The Galactic Council's emergency session had been called for the third time in as many cycles, and High Arbitrator Zekthul was beginning to develop what humans called a headache, though his species lacked the necessary anatomy for such an ailment. The holographic displays showed the same impossible readings. The Void Ripper, the galaxy's most feared apex predator, had been domesticated. "Explain this to me again." Zekthul's voice resonated through the crystalline chamber, his 4 eyes, focusing on the trembling Corvin delegate. "How exactly did we lose containment of a Class X extinction-level bioweapon?" Delegate Thissakar's mandibles clicked nervously. The human said it looked lonely, High Arbitrator." A collective shudder ran through the assembled representatives. Humans had been admitted to the Galactic Council only 5 rotations ago, and in that short time, they had managed to befriend 3 hostile species, turn a military parade into a block party, and somehow convince the notoriously antisocial Grexnari to participate in something called karaoke night. The Void Ripper had been discovered on the dead world of Kepler 442c, the sole survivor of a planet it had consumed entirely. Standing 12 feet tall with obsidian claws that could slice through neutronium, rows of crystalline teeth that dripped corrosive venom, and 8 compound eyes that could see across 17 different spectrums, it was nightmare incarnate. The creature's very presence could drive lesser species insane with terror. The Council had captured it at enormous cost: 3 fleets, 47 ships, and countless lives. It was meant to be studied, contained, perhaps weaponized against the encroaching hive mind threatening the Outer Rim. Instead, it had been unleashed during a routine inspection of the maximum security facility on Titan Station. "And where," Zekthul asked with the patience of a saint about to commit murder, "is the human now?" The main view screen flickered to life, showing the pristine gardens of Titan Station's diplomatic quarter. There, sitting cross-legged on the perfectly manicured grass, was human ambassador Sarah Chen. Her small frame looked impossibly fragile next to the mountain of death lying beside her, its massive head resting contentedly in her lap. She was scratching behind what could charitably be called its ears. "Good boy, Fluffy." Her voice came through the comm system, warm and affectionate. "Who's a good cosmic horror? You are. Yes, you are." The Void Ripper, Fluffy, made a sound that registered on seismic equipment across 3 sectors. Its tail, which had previously been used to level city blocks, wagged. "High Arbitrator," Admiral Vexen of the Hegemony Fleet spoke up, his voice tight with barely controlled panic. "My tactical advisors are suggesting we evacuate the entire system. The creature could what?" Sarah's voice interrupted as she apparently noticed the communication was open. She waved cheerfully at the camera. "Oh, hi, everyone. Don't worry about Fluffy here. He was just scared and hungry. Poor thing probably hadn't had a proper meal or any affection in cycles." "Ambassador Chen," Zekthul said carefully, "that creature has a metabolic requirement of 17,000 sentient beings per solar day." "Had," Sarah corrected, pulling out what appeared to be a small cube. "Turns out he's perfectly happy with military ration packs, though he does prefer the beef stroganoff flavor. Don't you, buddy?" The Void Ripper opened its maw, a cavity that had swallowed moons, and gently took the tiny cube from her fingers. The sound it made could only be described as content. "This is impossible," whispered Dr. Kethmore, the Council's leading xenobiologist. The psychological profile indicates complete psychotic aggression, no capacity for bonding, neural pathways designed solely for predation and destruction. Sarah shrugged. Maybe you just needed to approach him differently. I mean, look at this. Face! She cupped the creature's massive head in her hands. Several council members fainted as the Void Ripper leaned into her touch. He's just a big softy who needed someone to see past the whole cosmic destroyer thing. Ambassador, Admiral Vexon tried again. Our military protocols clearly state. Your military protocols are what got you into this mess, Sarah interrupted, her tone growing slightly sharp. You captured him, caged him, poked him with instruments, and wondered why he was angry. How would you feel? The silence that followed was deafening. Furthermore, Sarah continued, standing and brushing grass from her simple diplomatic robes, Fluffy here has agreed to help with our little hive mind problem. Haven't you, sweetie? The Void Ripper rose to its full height, and for a moment, every military system in the sector went to high alert. Then it sat, like an impossibly large, impossibly deadly dog. You negotiated with it? Zekthul asked weakly. With him, Sarah corrected firmly. And yes, turns out the hive mind destroyed his homeworld too. He's been looking for revenge for about as long as you've been running from them. The tactical implications hit the council like a physical blow. The Void Ripper had single-handedly consumed entire ecosystems, directed against the hive mind. There is one condition, Sarah added. Scratching under Fluffy's chin, the creature made that seismic purring sound again. He wants a proper name on all official documents. Void Ripper is derogatory. From now on, he's Fleet Admiral Fluffy of the Galactic Defense Force. Admiral Vexen made a choking sound. And, Sarah continued with the kind of smile that had made first contact negotiations simultaneously easier and more terrifying. He wants weekends off for belly rubs and fetch. I've taught him to play fetch with asteroids. You should see it. It's adorable. High Arbitrator Zekthul looked around the chamber at his fellow council members. The galaxy's deadliest creature was now wagging its tail and playing fetch. The humans had done it again. Motion to grant Fleet Admiral Fluffy full diplomatic immunity and weekend privileges, he said faintly. Seconded, came the chorus of exhausted voices. Later, as the council session adjourned and reports were filed that would never be believed by future historians, Sarah Chen sat in the garden with her new friend's massive head in her lap, watching the sunset paint the sky in shades of gold and crimson. Good boy, Fluffy, she whispered. Tomorrow, we save the galaxy. Tonight, we just enjoy the sunset. The Void Ripper, Fleet Admiral Fluffy, closed his 8 eyes and purred like the universe's most contented kitten, while somewhere in the distance, the hive mind continued its inexorable advance, unaware that the galaxy's newest protector had just learned the concept of playing dead and was very eager to try it out.